never happened before. For the first time, first to 15th place are going to receive this financial support, and I'm sure it is going to change the face of the Premier League.
So it's good for a game. It helps the clubs to be even more competitive. Because if you place, you're still gonna make something. Then, so it's good. It's good for a game.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. So those are club members who are doing football, and I have one head coach here, Vision FC head coach. He also represented.
Well, I think that the league is going to be very, very competitive. If you put financial rewards into anything, it brings out the animal in people, it brings out the competitiveness, it brings out the seriousness. Everybody want to fight to climb the ladder. So for me, I think that this season's league is going to be very, very competitive.
And money.
Said, of course, that for us as a club, we look at ourselves more as a development club. I mean, the season was over and most of the big clubs have come to pick up Vision players. So we are bringing in new players. This year you're going to see 16, 17, 18-year-olds playing Vision Football Club. Of course, if the opportunity comes, we want to be first, but we're not really looking at that. We're going to continue with the development. Once the consistency is there, then someday, probably 2-3 years from now, I think that can. As a personal ambition, but not for the club. The club still wants to continue with its still stay in the Ghana Premier League, try to develop more youth for the Ghana national team and also for the Ghana Premier League.
Well, your friend
has actually won. If you but if you look at the financial injection on here at Pampram, national under 17, I am here at Pampram. Basically, I can see the development. They deserve what they get. They deserve what's coming to them. Let's all allow them. Let's support them. Let's push them, and hopefully they can bring more.
Nana Jima, we'll be meeting in the Premier League. I'll be talking more on the Ghana Premier League. Yeah, so that is Coach Nana. And I would want the views of the have Inco Joseph and Observer. I have the CEO of 11 Wonders. He is also a delegate, sorry. So Inco Joseph, you're
today. Congress has spoken, and I think we have to abide by it. The major on the table was whether there will be a third term. There should be a third term, and majority said there should be a third term. So abide by it. Me, what I was so happy about is about the women aspect. That we should have a second vice, which will come from the women division. I actually voted for that. In fact, that was the main reason, because even in we are the women. I think it's a good decision and good to have a we have our president as the second vice in CAF, and now we also have a as second vice in Ghana football. I'm so glad for it, and I'm for it.
Thank you very much, Inco Joseph. So he said actually a delegate is not an observer. I have CEO of Stephen. Come this way for me. Your general assessment of today.
I think it was so amazing. It's so amazing. It's so amazing. I'm so proud of being part of this Congress today. This is a game-changing movement, and this is a game-changing Congress, because especially areas of officiating, I was very impressed when President mentioned the figure that referees are going to take home. I think these are key stakeholders of the game. They decide the game, and they make people come to the stadium, and they make people not come to the stadium. So if they have this kind of take home, definitely their mentality of going into the game thinking that they are going to cheat somebody because of one or two reasons, I think it will be sorted out. If you look at the fact that the teams from the 4th position to the 15th position. Amazing.
Thank you, and I'm sure everyone else will get started.
For sure.
Thank you. To the last man, then we are entering inside. So you can join me. I'm sure today you really enjoy.
It's an enticing program. It's a very enticing program today. Actually, the future of Ghana football is actually bright, and it's exciting. And I don't have to say all enthusiasts who invest. The process is high. So
thank you very much. We are going for a press conference, and so
the business of the day.
Time for the press conference.
Obviously, we must talk about the Ghanaian game. Our financials, and to ensure that all of us in the football ecosystem are on the same page regarding our collective future. Generally, I think this has been one of the best organized Congress. Attendance was extremely high, and every member contributed towards the business of the day. One of the highlights of today's business had to do with the unbelievable amount of financial injection into the Ghanaian game across all levels of our sport. From the coach level through to the women's Division 1, to the introduction of the U15 girls leagues across the country, where each RFA will be supported by or with an amount of 80,000 Ghana cedis, to the National Women's Premier League, where each of our WPL clubs would receive 100,000 Ghana cedis instead of the 60,000 that we paid last year, to the National Division 1, and to the Premier League, whose face has changed totally. We have already announced, or we did announce, that the prize money, the total prize money for our Premier League boys will be 9,500,000 Ghana cedis. The winner of the league will take home $1 million Ghana cedis. This is the first time in the history of our game that the FA is injecting, together with our partners at the Productions, this level of financial investment. The business of the day also spoke about our enhanced incentives for our match officials, which is referees. From a standpoint of we supporting our referees with warm-up gears, official uniforms for games, 50% on transport costs. We have also improved their match day earnings by over 100%. What it means is that FIFA referees in the GPL will earn 2,500 Ghana cedis per game. Non-FIFA referees will take home 2,000 Ghana cedis. Division 1 League referees 1,000 Ghana cedis, and Women's Premier League referees 1,000 Ghana cedis. We are also ensuring all our 280 referees who will be officiating our Premier League, our DOL, and our Women's Premier League. So all referees, they are 280 in number, will be insured. From the happenings, from the business today, it is very clear that the FA is giving unprecedented support to domestic football, especially to youth football. Because we firmly believe that when we invest in our youth, we are showing our clubs the way to make money. So from the Premier League to the Division 2 leagues across the country, we expect to see more youth talents showing up in our match day squads. We thank all of you for the support. Today, the football family has united and spoken. The football family has united and taken decisive decisions that will impact positively on the Ghanaian game. And together, with the right levels of support from all of you, we believe steadily and gradually we will steady the football front to its desired destination. In unity lies strength, and today our football family showed that we are united. Thank you, and I'll open up for questions. I have other members of the ESCO here. If you want them to answer any question, we are all open. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. So, colleagues.
Hello? Yeah, my name is Belishan from 3 Sports. This question goes directly to GFA President. Now that it has been approved, the presidential term limit from 2 to 3, when your second term ends, would you personally be vying for that third term?
Okay, next one. We'll take 3 questions and we answer them.
Good evening. My name is Justice Akom, Daily Guide Network, Guy Sports. My question is to Mr. President. When, after the normalization committee, we all knew that it was because of some of the problems we had, that's why we decided to go to 2 terms only. So after 6 years, what has changed? Why 3 terms now? Thank you.
Okay, the next one.
Good afternoon. My name is Achita Maklo. I work with Joy FM. The first question has to do with the term limits. What is the specific problem that the introduction of a term limit will solve for Ghana football? What is the specific problem that the introduction of a term limit will solve for Ghana football? Secondly, there seems to be a whole cloud of secrecy surrounding the cash injection into the Ghana Premier League. I have heard the GFA General Secretary on multiple platforms. Henry, my brother, has also been on multiple platforms. But no one is able to say with certainty where that money is coming from, how much in total are we talking about, for how long this agreement is. And I'm asking because we have seen previous partnerships that did not exactly end well with other entities that walked away from agreements that they had with the Ghana Football Association. So if we could get some clarity on this, the source of the funds, how long this partnership is, and how much is being injected beyond the 1 million Ghana cedi that we have been told the clubs are going to get. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So we will pause. Mr. President will respond to the first 3 and then we'll come back for more. Thank you.
So I'll try to answer all the questions as much as I can. When I am in need of support, I'll bring the General Secretary. To start from where the last person left off, there is no secrecy. There's no cloud of secrecy around our announced partnership. I think it's an unfair comment, because at the launch of the partnership, if all of you go back to the video, I think I was very clear on the source of funding. So there's no secrecy about it. And I'll plead with all of us to stay with the truth. at all times. The truth of the partnership can be seen clearly in my presentation, in my speech of that day. There's no cloud of secrecy. Let me repeat what I said. I said the money that will be made available to our clubs is from the partnership. This is what I said. I said the money that will be made available to our clubs is from the joint venture. The joint venture is responsible for the production and distribution of the content, for the content to be commercialized, and for general commercialization of our GPL. This is very clear, and it's important all of us understand the model. When we do, we will not have any problems. The FA has entered into a joint venture with Adisa Productions. We have created a special vehicle for this purpose, and the initial period will be for a 3-year tenure. It's a marriage that we intend to protect and to develop. At this moment, I'm not thinking about negativity as to whether it will end over 3 years or it will go 6 years. Because you don't know tomorrow, and I do not know tomorrow. What I know is that I'm positive about our today, and if we work well, our tomorrow will be better. We need to maximize the full benefits of this special purpose vehicle and its benefits that it comes with. For the first time in the history of the Ghanaian game, our football is being supported to the levels like never before. And this is a true picture of how far we have come and how well we have worked with all key stakeholders. Let me say, and just like I said at the launch, this partnership has a full backing and support of our sector minister and from government. I hope I did justice to the question.
There were 3 components of the question. The source, the quantum, and the length of it. You've spoken to the length of it, which you've said is a 3-year partnership. So
I've spoken to the source. And I've spoken about the quantum, commercialization of the content that we are going to create. That's why I said we should understand the model. Okay. Now there was another question of whether Kurt Okraku would seek re-elections. I think that question is premature. We have, at the minute, almost 2.5 years to serve the Ghanaian game. And when it comes to that time, I will make a decision. Just like many other people who are eligible to make a decision and to contest. Okay, so this should not be a topic for us. What should be a topic is how we handle the new wind that is blowing around our domestic game, the high level of investment that the FA has worked to bring it to a reality, and how well our clubs can respond to our current situation in our attempt to develop the Ghanaian game. What's the other question?
The last 2019, we chose 2-term limits, and what changed now that we are choosing the 3-term limits?
Okay, I think that this has been heavily explained by everybody. But for the purpose of this gathering, let us go back into time. Even before we signed up to 2019 status, all of us at the gathering, at the meeting, agreed that we're going to change. We're going to effect changes after the elections. This is a statement of fact, because there were certain provisions in the status which we did not agree to. few months down the line, we started the process. And the process went into another gear 3 years ago when we formed the Status Review Committee and accepted proposals from membership. Fast forward, we've arrived today, and Congress has overwhelmingly approved the vision and the clarion call that was made in 2019. Thank you.
Next 3 batch of questions. Which one was it, please?
The specific problem that the 3-term limits solves.
A specific problem that a 3-term limit solves for Ghana football.
So first of all, it is in alignment with the provisions of FIFA and of CAF, which state clearly that the president can go up to a maximum of 3 terms. And secondly, to correct an identified anomaly also in our 2019 status, which specifically says that an ESCO member can go 3 terms, the vice president who is an ESCO member can go 3 terms, but the president who is also an ESCO member and chairman of the board can only go 2 terms. We found this to be an anomaly, and therefore we had to correct this. Thank you.
Next batch of questions, please. Let me pick 2 from here and come back. Okay, Gabi. The microphone.
All right, thank you. Gabi of SCT Sports. Mr. President, I just want to know, are there some KPIs the clubs are expected to meet after being funded 1 million Ghana cedis?
Okay, thank you. Next one. Yes.
Good afternoon, Christian Norte, Brand Anchor. I just wanted to find out, last year we had the locker room bonus for just the men's league, and this year we have it for both. What are some of the expectations that we are going to see, or some of the differences that this is going to bring to Ghana football? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. There is a hand behind you. Let me go to him first.
Leto. Thank you. My name is Leto from Media General. Mr. President, I want to find out when the second vice president role is commencing. Would the appointment be by the ESCO or you, the president? Thank you.
Second vice president, will it be by the ESCO or him? When it is commencing. Okay, let me take another 2. Sami, yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, Mr. President. My name is Sami Yabua from Vision 1 FM. Well, we've all heard of the Adisa Productions and the GFA partnership. Is there any exit clause in the partnership?
Exit clause?
Yes, because we've seen other companies partnering the GFA at some point in time, especially with that of Star Times. Is there any exit clause in the Adisa Productions Limited partnership with the GFA?
Okay, thank you. Next one. Any hand? Okay. Please come to the middle.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. My question no Mr. President, Okasa no Oka bibi for hooliganism ho. And yen nyina ade a witness last season yen pese bi be CBM. As FA, ede na mo beye asai say club bi mo banding say ebia the supporters aye bibi no. Supporters na eya omoye sade no. Edena measures be na mu putuni in place said the be ya ye be for solo no na de bia enkoye class no na ye be fine no but nipa na oye sabon ni so ye be hwe no na ya twena so. Thank you.
Okay, I think we will pause here and go over to Mr. President for his response.
Okay, thank you very much, Harry. I think the first question had to do with KPIs for the clubs as a result of the new financial injection into the domestic leagues. Indeed, there will be KPIs for our Premier League clubs. If you listen to me, I did say during my presentation that we'll be meeting the Premier League clubs in the next few days. And at that meeting, we will lay bare the KPIs and discuss same with them. After which, the FA would communicate same to the media. So I'll plead with all of us to be patient. The assurance I can give today is that, Patrick, please, you are disturbing the meeting. The assurance I can give the media is that, yes, indeed, there will be KPIs to our clubs. The locker room bonus has come to energize our WPL players. I think over time, we've had only players from the GPL. Now, Bed Power, in their own wisdom, have decided to extend this same strategy to our women clubs. Clearly, this will push the adrenaline levels of the players, and hopefully we'll see enhanced performances from all our 20 clubs. Now, there was a question about the issue about the second vice president of the FA. It takes immediate effect, subject to next elections. Okay, so it takes immediate effect once it's been passed by Congress, subject to next elections. The next elections will be after 2027. Now, there was a question about an exit clause. Let me try to answer. If I'm not strong on it, I'll invite the General Secretary. Let me start by saying that, first of all, our relationship with Star Times did not collapse along the way. It traveled its full term. It was over 5 years, and the relationship traveled its full term. Just to correct a wrong impression. What we currently have is a totally different model. This is a joint partnership, and indeed, it's for an initial 3-year period. The standard exit clauses do apply. Okay? Now, the next question has to do with hooliganism. The person who asked the question wanted to know what measures beyond punishing clubs the FA intend to take. I'll reply by saying that the enhanced match day protocol document, which the FA discussed and started its implementation during the last part of last season, will be in full effect. And that takes care of the question my good friend has just asked. So it's not only about continuous education, it's not only about punishing every corporate, but it is also about responsible behaviors by everybody. We, the media, inclusive. Because our role is very, very important towards what we all seek to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Next batch of questions, we will take 4. And if there are no more questions, we'll wrap up. Okay, Oreku, where is the microphone, please? Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Oreku Mante, Top Radio, Top TV. Mr. President, I may be my question with you, and we require suggesting. Say last year, and Odi2 just clubs assign integrity forms ahead of the season. By going forward and answer your ball leg, you will know maybe see ya as of now kind of month. It's this year now you start the season. I this case soon. Come to me suggest say when you school move on to just say we this one committee grow. Say this kind of man near ball leg now you be over was can you back. So when you know Ghana City near them no. You starting league and will be a good league no masia scan the engine back. Mr. Justin no.
Okay, thank you. Next, okay, there is a hand here. Okay.
Mr. President, let me start from this angle. The year 2025 has been a very good year for you and the Ghana Football Association. First of all, you were elected the second vice president of CAF. The second position too, you were again voted or elected as the head of CAF Interclub competition. And now, this huge sponsorship package from Adisa Productions and then the government of Ghana. Based on this, some of the Division 1 clubs who have so far commended you want to know whether you try to, pull the chestnut out of the blazing fire for them by also striking a huge sponsorship deal for them, same as the Premier League that your outfits have been able to strike a huge deal with Adisa Productions. Thank you very much.
Division 1 support, okay. Gattuso.
All right. With my question, I just need a yes or no answer. I want to find out whether government, they've injected money into our league or not. Thank you very much.
Okay. Do we have more? Do we have more? Okay. Maybe after this round, we just wrap up. Okay. The last question.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. I'm Collins Ajay from Ignite Media, Metro TV, Original FM, and Original TV. Last season, the Division 1 class were ending, let me say it, a reward of 9 buses. Now it has been reduced to 3 buses. I want to find out the rationale behind that. And secondly, I want to find out when are we going to implement the VAR. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I think that will be it. Mr. President will respond and then we'll wrap up.
So, thank you very much. I think I spoke to the issue about VAR. And I did say that with our announced partnership with Adisa Productions, which will guarantee high level and quality TV production, we have crossed that last line of implementing this strategy. Even though the strategy is capital intensive, the FA is extremely committed into investing the needed funding into this project. And very soon, like I've always said, we will have a VAR strategy in place. The initial bus, I'm talking about the bus strategy, that was distributed by the FA was 13 buses. 9 went to Division 1 and 4 went to the Women's Premier League. At the last Congress here in Prampram, I did announce that the subsequent year we're going to do 5, 3 to Women's Premier, 2 to Women's Premier, and 3 to the DOL. And this is what I announced. And today, I've also announced that we will again do 5, 2 to the WPL, and 3 to the to the DOL. This is all part of our overall strategy, given the times in which we are. If we have more resources, we will commit more funding into the provision and acquisition of buses for our clubs. Then there was another question, and the person who asked the question wanted a yes or no answer on whether government has invested cash into the GPL. Unfortunately, you will not get a yes or no answer because a question I've answered already. I have said here that the money for our clubs is coming from the joint partnership between Adisa and the Football Association with the full support by government. The next question has to do with DOL and whether the DOL would also get a similar sponsorship. So a season ago, DOL and the WPL were enjoying all the sponsorship and all the good deals. Unfortunately, nobody asked when the GPL will also get same or similar. But we knew it was work in progress. Today, through the support of all the key stakeholders and the ESCO, we have been able to arrive at this amazing partnership with Adisa Productions, with the government providing all the environment, conducive environment for the private sector to be interested in football. We've been able to arrive at this partnership with Adisa. During the Congress of today, I also announced an enhanced financial injection into the DOL. What I did say is that last year, each DOL club was entitled to 80,000 Ghana cedis, and this year, each will receive 120,000 Ghana cedis. I also announced that each WPA club will this year receive 100,000 Ghana cedis instead of the 60,000 Ghana cedis that they received last year. This notwithstanding, the FA will continue to work with the private sector towards we getting more partners for our WPL and for our DOL. Don't forget that apart from the cash injection, we are also supporting our DOL and WPA clubs with footballs, which is money, with football boots, which is money, with fuel, which is money, and full absorption of referee fees across the two leagues, which is huge money. I would also take in good faith the advice offered by my friend and brother from Top Radio, where he suggested that if clubs do not behave well, we should take back the money. All right. So on that note, since that was the last question, I want to thank all of you for coming. Before we leave, I also want to say congratulations to Bill for being voted the Sports Journalist of the Year. Congratulations. Let's together promote our own. Let's promote our leagues. Let's promote our football, because that is the only way all of us can fully benefit from its full potential. Today, it may be Bill. Tomorrow, it could be Kelvin. And Bill today can be an inspiration to Kelvin or any other person who is here. Thank you very much, and may the Almighty God bless us. Thank you.